disappointed. But at this time, Tiny Tim, Tiny Tony, let the listening audience know what's going on with you, man.
Hey, my name is Tiny Foster. I'm Tiny Foster of the Saints. I'm a former Mighty Cloud of Joy, an Alabama blind boy, Mississippi blind boy, old gospel singer that's here in the city of Atlanta. I tell you, I'm doing a lot of great things. I'm also got a TV show that's coming up. It's called Tiny Foster's Gospel Soul Train Show. And I tell you, we've been doing some exciting things in Atlanta. And I'm just so glad to just be here with King Tut in the hot seat. I tell you, I'm just overjoyed.
Man, we really appreciate you. Can you hear me, man?
Nah, it's
something.
I hear my head.
You hear? Yeah.
It's like blood.
I hope the listening audience out there can hear me, because I don't. I feel a lot of buzz. You hear that buzz?
I hear a little buzz, but I hear you coming through loud and clear.
You can hear me coming through. But you know, we really appreciate having you, and Tiny and the Hot Seat Urban Media is about to embark on a underground Atlanta venture.
Yeah.
We're doing a gospel revival. Can I use revival?
You can use revival, showcase.
You know, I don't know. I don't know that word revival, since I'm not a real spiritual dude. I don't know if it's showcase and a revival. I thought revival there might be some preaching involved in the revival.
I thought revival would be like a session for like a whole week.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole week.
Now we do it back
whole week thing.
Yeah.
We're doing like a gospel showcase.
Yeah.
That's coming up. Going to be down at the Underground Atlanta on February the 11th.
The 11th, from 2 to 5.
From 2 to 5.
Main stage.
Yes, and we're going to have a good time. You'll get a chance to see Tiny in action, and then I have a host of my friends coming through. So we want y'all to just come down to the Underground Atlanta with a hot at ATL. We'll be with the hot seat.
I know right, this is far away from what we're talking about, but it's got something to do with revival. When I went to church, I could do revival, but the Sunday services were just killing me. But the revival throughout the week, it seemed like something was better. Like it was in the afternoon,
right?
And like it was more feeling to it, man.
Right.
But during that Sunday, it was just
right.
Like you better lock in.
You already know what to expect.
Like a field for 3 hours, and Sunday school at 9, and you get out of church about 1:30, man.
That is one of them real churches.
It wasn't no day I was trying to go. It wasn't no day I was trying to go. It didn't even matter.
From 9 to 1:30, get to Sunday school late, and just like, man.
I'd rather stand in the corner than go, man. It's something definitely new for the hot seat, man. We're definitely taking a different role. Maybe some lives will be saved.
That's what I'm in for. I want people to be touched by my ministry. We have a lot of people in different cities we have went into, and they said that they was touched through the genre of music that we bring. And we just not on just a Jesus type thing. We do the holy hip hop. We do it all. It's all about having fun in music. Music is just what it is. It reaches every gender. I don't care if it's gospel, hip hop, R&B, blues, jazz. It's just music. It hits every generation. It has no racial boundaries at all. Just somewhere you can come and get some joy out of something. Music, that's what it's all about joy.
All right, well, Tiny, tell us how you got into this thing, man.
Well, I got into this. I've been in the gospel field all my life.
Let's go back. When did you get into the whole church thing?
Well, I got in the whole church. My mom was a pastor.
Where you from?
I'm from Atlanta. I'm from the hot ATL. I'm a Grady baby.
Okay.
I'm a Grady baby. And my mom was a pastor, and she pastored churches, so I got a chance, and she went from churches to church. So I got a chance to be around and then see some of my cousins and stuff, like the fantastic blind boys. Everybody pretty much that grow up in church know about the 5 blind boys. They have been here plenty of times. There's 2 sets, Mississippi and Alabama. And I also traveled with them cats and sung along with them.
2 sets of blind boys?
It's 2 sets of blind boys. 2 sets. It's a Mississippi and an Alabama.
Yeah.
And I remember when going out with the Alabama before they started doing the churches, then they jumped over into the jazz festivals, and now they just doing everything. They Grammy Award winners.
So man, what was the largest audience you performed in front of?
The largest audience I done performed in front before is when I went to Europe, and we had thousands. I'm talking about over 10,000 people in one place. It was amazing. I was there last year, And wow, let me tell you, oh my God, it's just Europe is a whole nother atmosphere when you see a whole bunch of people coming together. Now here in the States, I have sung generally like 4,000 people, 5,000 people at the most. So I'm kind of familiar with the crowd, mingle with them. So, but Europe is overseas. Anything overseas.
So y'all did gospel in Europe?
Oh yes, they love it. They love it. They love it. Spain, I done been to Spain. I done been to Germany. We done done some traveling. I had my running shoes on.
Okay. So, you're a big boy. Did you play any ball, man?
Man, I played football, man. That was one of my sports coming up during high school. And I probably would have been an NFL. But, you know, last year, coming out, me trying to showboat, I had 13 scholarships on my way out. And got injured on the last one. I had leg injury. I knew I wasn't going to make it, so I had to go to my second best, which was singing gospel.
Some people get it wrong. They say Tiny and the Saints.
Oh, yeah. When they be looking for that little man. Yeah.
How big is he, man? Let the listening audience know how big Tiny.
What is 6'6"?
6'4". 6'4".
6'4"?
6'4".
Wow.
480.
480.
480.
Hey, you got you beat, huh, man?
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a big guy, but yeah, I got that stage name from a guy we was on stage singing, and he forgot my real name.
Yeah.
And that's how I became Tiny. He forgot because it's hard to pronounce or hard to remember my first name. It's Cepeda. And it's a Spanish name. Yeah. And everybody be like, how you said it? What your name is again? So he was on stage one day and he just ended up calling me Tiny. And everybody been calling me Tiny. And it's, you know, it's not got to be fitting to me, you know, when I go around and people call me Tiny and they see me when I come to the stage, they look for this tiny man, and here come this big old joker out on stage.
They'll call you Tiny Bell.
So yeah, so I have a lot of fun. I
think that come with the height though.
Yeah?
Yeah. With the height, that was like.
I didn't realize you were 6'4" until you said that.
Yep, 6'4". So is.
So let me ask you this: did you I forgot what I was going to ask him just that quick. I turned away, and I forgot what I was going to ask you. But, so with the whole gospel singing, and do you do covers or just all your own music?
We do all our music is original. I've been in the field a long time. I have done a lot of other artist songs, you know, playing with them, and we have done, but everything that we do is original. We're working on our brand new album right now called Don't Leave Me Jesus, and that album is really going to be something else for the gospel world. I tell you, we just having fun with it.
Okay, so you know, I'm a big McClurkin fan. I'm a big Whining fan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, can I request one of those on February 11th? I can get some McClurkin.
Hey, we might see what we can do.
You might be able to help me out with that.
We might be able to help you out.
Because I'm gonna tell you, the Winans probably was my introduction to the whole gospel thing.
Okay.
And then I went from the Winans to McClurkin and to a few others. But you know, the Winans, anytime they're on, I stop and listen, man.
Them are people, I know them very, very well. Coming up in the generation of gospel, I done got a chance to meet all of them. Fred Hammond, they think I look like Fred too. Instead of Bone Crush, they be like, hey, when I go to church, they be like, hey, there go Fred Hammond sitting in the back.
Yeah, because, you know, people, like I said, people think I do drugs, alcohol, all kind of stuff, but they don't realize I listen to gospel every day.
Hey.
Man will tell you, when you get in my car, I listen to gospel.
Hey.
That's where I find my peace, man.
It shocks me.
Yeah.
That's where I find my peace.
That's how you.
Believe it or not.
That's it. You know, about me being a musician, I was a musician before I was out front singer. I'm a bass player, guitar player, keyboard player, and and I played bass, guitar for years for different artists, and that's where I kind of developed being in the gospel field. And then I also took my playing ability over to the rock and roll. I did a little rock and roll, a little R&B. Been on some tracks, and I laid some tracks. I got my brothers, they into music. They do a lot of tracks for different, like one of my brothers, he laid tracks for Waka Flocka and all them cats. So, you know, hey, I just love music. Music is just fun to me.
Yeah.
Just fun to me.
So other than music, you got a 9 to 5?
I do have a 9 to 5, and you wouldn't believe it, but I'm one of the ones to go and kick in your door and drag you out and take you to jail.
Oh, you bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Dog, the bounty hunter.
I'm a real dog.
Yeah.
And Beth, she's back at the stable, and she goes out with me, and she's a good person to meet. But we act as a team. East Point, they love us over in East Point. Believe me, they love us.
Well, let's talk about that. That sounds interesting in itself. So how does the process work? You go down to the courthouse and find out who jumped bail?
Well, what happens is I work for a bunch of different agencies.
Hold on, let me ask a question first,
okay,
and then let's go into that. Now, somebody go to jail, and a bail bondsman, the bail is $10,000, and the bail bondsman, then you pay 10% of that $10,000. Mm-hmm. So you pay $1,000 to get out, right?
Right.
Okay. So the bail bondsman puts up to $10,000.
Yeah, the bail bondsman, how a bond is really worked, and a lot of people get a lot of people out of jail and not know the fundamentals of getting them out on the bond. When they ask for that 10% or whatever that percentage is, that's only the percentage that they have to get to the court to deliver you out. The bonding company put up the buck of the money. They put up the buck of the money, and they hoping that you come in the court. And when you jump bail, believe me, they sending somebody out like me.
Okay, now that's what I want to understand that part. So the bonding company, that money is transferred from that bonding company.
That's right.
So the 10% is going to the bonding company or to the court?
It goes to the courts. That's so they can do the release fees and all that kind of good stuff, so you can come out. And then what happens is they have CDs. They put CDs up, bank CDs. And when you don't come back to court, then the courts come after the bonding company. And eventually, if they don't get it, if they don't get that person back in jail, or they can get off of the bond itself, the bonding company, then the courts take that money. So they could be in debt. You know, with some big money, sometimes $50,000, $100,000.
So how much time? Okay, if the court date was today, and I didn't show up to court today, how much time do the bonding company have to recover me back to the jail before they lose their money?
We got 120 days to recover you back.
Before they forfeit that money.
For that money, and then what happens is, even if that 120 days is met, then they give you a grace period that you'll get part of that money back. You get about 5% of that money back if you do it after the time. So you kind of have a grace period, but you can lose a lot of money. 120 days is what they're looking before they take that money from you.
How do the bonding company make money if you're just paying 10%?
How they make money is when they keep money and they make money. Part of that money on that deposit, on that percentage, they'll keep. Some of that money just goes for the fees to get you out.
So the fees might not be about $300, but
right,
$700 might go in your pocket.
Exactly.
Okay, now
they go to the company.
Now, are you considered an independent contractor?
I'm considered an independent contractor. I work for a bunch of different bonding agencies, and I work for the judges too. There's some judges that send me out on different tasks, difficult tasks.
So give us a night of a bounty hunter. Dog the bounty hunter. That's a lot of show, and I'm sure there may be a little truth to it. But I'm sure. Tell us the real raw. Tell us the raw deal.
The raw deal of being a bounty hunter is that you do a lot of investigation work. It's a lot of going out, getting the contracts, getting the file, and then you have to do groundwork. I have resources and I have sources that I can get to that some of the local PDs can't. A lot of mine come from the street, because I'm a street guy too. Just because I sing don't mean I've been singing all the time, you know. But a lot of my resources come from the street. A lot of it come from me going into databases and finding out who your mama is, who your dad is, who your cousin, who your girlfriend, what girlfriend you dumped last week, who you got a baby by, who you done pissed off, and I do a lot of groundwork until I kind of can figure out where you at, where you laying your head at, then wake up and I'm standing over you. So it's a lot. There's a lot of work.
Knock on the door?
Sometimes we knock. I try to do it the peaceful way. Anybody that I go out and seek, you'll never know I'm coming. You could be at a grocery store. You could be going to a
So you have a
picnic.
picture of the person and all
I
that?
have a picture of the person. I know what you look like, but you don't know what I look like.
So have you ever had to chase somebody?
I done had to chase them. I done had to fight them. I done had some incidents that haven't believe me.
But you have a scrap on you.
Oh yeah, I always keep. I got it on me now.
Yeah.
I try not to use necessary force, and then the lady that I work with, which is my wife, she's the one that really get them. She's something else.
She tough?
She tough. She
Yeah.
tough. I seen her. I got our size, the size that we see here. She can handle it. She can handle it.
You can handle it.
Yeah, I think they had a footage on her. I can't remember what the name of it is now. We went out on a bounty and got a guy, and he was half size I was, and she took him down by herself. No headache.
So does anybody just come freely, or is it usually a...
They see the status of Tiny when they walk up. They don't too much. They give up right then and there. But you know, the most problem that I really have is people that have misdemeanor charges that all they have to do is show up to court and get probation and walk right out the court. Instead of doing that, they rather for us to come and catch them, and then they have to sit in jail, and then they cry because they got to sit in jail.
So you get to see a lot of men cry then.
Oh, I seen a lot. I seen.
So you
some
put handcuffs on them?
Oh yeah, I put handcuffs on them. That's
You
right.
don't have a cage in your car, do you?
One of them I do. One of them I have. I got the I got one in my vehicle, but I normally be in my personal vehicle all the time. So
they be trying to kick the windows out, kick the door.
no, I kind of bind them. I don't have too much of a problem. I have ankle chains, everything, to secure and make them safe, to get them back to their destination.
So you driving a box Chevy, you put them in the back of the box Chevy.
I throw them in old SUV and we keep rolling.
There's a ride on out.
Yeah, we ride on out. When I got into it, I've been doing this 13 years.
Yeah.
And when I first got into it, a guy trained me that's been doing it for years. Him and another guy. They was great in the business when it first came out. When I first got into this, I seen a show on TV, and it wasn't a dog. It was another show. And at that time, I was looking for work, man. And when I went to interview with this guy, a lot of the people that was going in there, and I'm listening to the conversation of how he interviewed them. He turned them outside of the door. He let them go on that door. I get in touch with you later. And he asked me because they was talking about, well, I wanted to get into it because I could throw somebody down, or I could chase somebody down, and they was into it for that. And it come with Lee. It's still, it's not just it come with laws. It's laws that you have to abide by.
Mm-hmm.
And when he interviewed me, I told him straight up, hey man, I need a job. If tell me what I need to do. I'm trying to support a family. That's all I need. That's all I'm trying to do. He told me, he said, well, I need you to show up in my office. And that's when my life began as a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So lucrative?
Huh?
Lucrative?
Oh yeah, the pay could be very well good. I have delivered people all the way up to New York City. And they was here hiding, and I found them and called New York, told them, they say, hey, bring them down, and oh yeah, they broke me off real good.
So how is the pay? What makes the pay? A misdemeanor obviously don't pay as much as a felony, right?
It just depends. I get them big and small, and I guess that's the reason I'm still in business, because a lot of bondsmen that do go out and do this work, they looking for that big payday, so that means they're not working. Well, I get a constant move because I'm always grabbing files, small or big. It doesn't matter to me because small turns into big. Big is just what it is. It's big. So
five smalls make a big.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go out and work a case, and I can bring home anywhere from $5,000 in 1 week up to $10,000, 15, 20 grand. I have made almost $70,000 in one walk. So it could be lucrative. Yeah, it could be real lucrative.
So dang, why I keep losing my thought, man? Do I need more energy drinks? So when you're getting these people,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, you can have small, big, large, whatever the case may be. What is the process? I mean, you take them. So it's legal for you to have handcuffs, and
it's legal for me to carry a weapon. You have.
How
to
much force can you put on them?
As much as I need.
And
if they resist it,
but
then
you have some type of insurance. There's got to be some liability. You go in there and hurt this dude,
Well, yeah, I have liability, but it's like this here. That person that get hurt, if he would have came quietly, he wouldn't have been hurt. So that liability falls on him.
So you take him right into the jail?
I take him right to just like the PDs.
So you can go up into the jail,
go
back
into
in the back.
In the back,
Yeah.
I take them through the salad port. I have to do my paperwork, submit them in. They take them in.
You don't get your check right when you drop them off.
I do.
Yeah, from the police.
From the bonding company.
From the bonding company.
Yeah,
So you can go, you can take them in, and then get your check. Go by the bonding company and get a check.
Pick up my monies.
Is it cash?
Sometimes it can be cash. Sometimes it be checks. I call it my food stamps.
Okay, so do you work every day?
I work every day, 24/7. I'm always, unless I'm out singing somewhere, and then sometimes I done caught them while I was on the road, and I tell them, hey, you gonna have to wait here until I finish doing the show, then I'll take you on to the jail.
So have you ever did a show while someone was?
Oh yeah, I had them at the show with me.
Then they got the message.
You know, and I minister to them too. You know, and I tell them, you know, it's just sometimes it's just a foolish move to make. If you got to go to court, just go to court. You know, it ain't nothing that you ain't like you finna go do no time, especially when it's not. And then to be honest with you, our most serious cases, our felonies, you know, murder, child molestation charges, stuff like that, they pretty much do what they supposed to. It always be the one that ran a red light that we have problem with, don't have no insurance. You know, them the ones that give us a headache.
So that's in a bounty after somebody.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they send there. You have
so I know you've had to get hurt at some point in this. You know, you had to sustain some type of injury in the process of doing all this.
I've been shot once.
Yeah.
I've been shot once when I first got into it, and it wasn't playing, but I still got my man though. But that was during the time old Perry Holmes was up and kicking at that time. But I have been hurt. To the point where, you know, it hadn't been detrimental, but I have been injured. I have been injured.
So, the approach is usually to get them while they sleep, or.
I have so many different approaches. It's just depending on how much study I have put in a person. I really study a person when I go out to go grab them. Women, I get females and males, so I kind of critique to whatever they charge. I can pull up their history, find out if that person is violent, if that person is, you know, what kind of situation he's been in, and then I assume, but we always assume the worst, even if that person might be cool, and you know, I get a lot of them they real cool, you know, I don't have no problem with them, but we have to treat all of them the same.
So what you say to them? Time to go? Or you know what it is? Well, what do you say once you're in front of them?
Once I'm in front of them, all I tell them, I said, look, don't give me no trouble. I need to talk with you. You know, if you run, you see that light beam that's on you, you're gonna have to feel that, and it ain't a good feeling.
You can shoot them.
Yeah, I told a taser too. I carry police issue tasers. So most of the time I'm taking that. If I'm going into a place where I know metal and metal got to meet, then I'm going in there with hard, you know, we're going hands up. So, but I don't too much have a problem, you know. It just depends on the case.
So what kind of people would you lead to your business? What kind of person does it take to be a bounty hunter?
It takes a person that got to have a lot of patience. They can't be enthused about, you know, because they carry a weapon or they have the authority to apprehend somebody, because the only law that we have is that we can only arrest the person we're looking for, you know, unless it's something transpire where I have had some cases where we had people to hide people out, and then there's other charges after we call in the locals to come in, and then we press charges on the other person for aiding and abetting, you know, hiding a fugitive out. So we stay within the law of what we're supposed to do.
It would seem like you would have to be very rigid when it comes to staying inside the law, because I mean, any little thing could go back to that liability thing.
That's right. And the thing of it is only good thing about a bounty hunter is this: we got a warrant, we see you, we know where you at, we coming to get you. We come in your door, where police have to knock you know, unless and it's something that they.
You can come in the door.
I can kick in the door. I can break entry and go in any door. If I see that person in that went into that facility, I can go in there. Churches or whatever.
So it's a different set of rules then.
Yeah, we have because we have a bond. We work for the bonding company. You know, it's a
everything
peaceful
good.
action. Yeah. But
what about bribes? I know you got to get bribes from women, men. Man, I give you this much.
How many times? You know, I can't speak for all the bounty hunters that's out there. I don't. It's quite a few. Because a few years back, we wasn't sanctioned like we are now. We're governed up under the sheriff department in every county. So at that time, you know, people
were making money.
Yeah, they was making money over money. You know. But yeah, I have been bribed. I just do the right thing. Because when you do right follow.
So what they bribe you when you try to get them and like,
oh
hey,
yeah, you know,
let me go.
You know, I have had a case where they would bribe me and say, well, I give you this amount of money, and I would say, well, you got to give me this amount of money if you don't want to go to jail. And what I mean by this amount of money is meaning that you're gonna have to pay off this amount of bond. If you got a $10,000 bond, give me $10,000. And then you won't go to jail because all I got to do is go satisfy the bonding company. Yeah. You know, but you know, you don't have. Well, I give you $200 or $300. No, that ain't gonna. I might be making more than that. Just bring you in. You know, so it just varies. You know what I'm saying? But if they do what they need to, then it's no problem.
And I'm sure they don't do what they need to do.
Yeah, they pretty much once they see that they need to do what they need, they go in and take care of it.
So once you get someone off the streets, is your name like dirty in the streets? Like, man, that's a police.
You know what? I had that. I have ran into a lot of people that I have placed in, and they understand it's a job. You know, they understand. They come up to me, hey man, I got that situation straightened out. Man, I shouldn't even ran. Man, I should just went on the court. Yeah. Hey, that's all it is. Just go to court.
All right, you're tuning into the hot seat. We got to take a break. Call in 44292-1420.
Oh, it's going great, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's interesting.
It's a topic they talking about it. What the style is, fish your fingers, start your dialing.
I just tried to put this up on Facebook.
And that's when you want it. I'm talking man or woman. Well, by now I guess you need a number. 44292.
Oh, you got my lights on.
44292.
Alright.
How long you been out here?
About 3 years.
I remember when this used to be a gospel station.
Man, we about to go FM big time, man. We just kind of dragging our feet. You know, when you're trying to do too many things, we do too much.
You like me then?
But we get it done, man.
That's the whole thing. Getting it done.
I think you got to record.
Yeah.